Hey guys, this video might be a trigger warning for some of you, so keep scrolling if you can't handle it, and it's okay. It's time for us to wake our children up. It's time for us to take our children back. The scales are just, you know what I'm saying, whatever is going on energetically with our children right now, it's rising, and we need to be on the other side of this thing, waking our children up to who they really are, self-empowering our children. Now, you know what, guys, I want to tell you this. We had our turn. We had these years where we could awaken ourselves and we could evolve ourselves. And right now, it's a time for us to wake our children up. It's a time for us to give them the things that we didn't have. Somebody didn't hear you. Hear them. Somebody didn't believe you. Believe them. Somebody didn't motivate you and tell you how amazing you are. Do it to them, because right now is the time for them. Yeah, it's the time for us too, but right now I'm telling you, you guys, it's time. It's time for us to wake our children up. It's time for them to know who they really are. It's time. And I know we've been doing things along the way, but I'm going to give you some ways to self-empower, your child. I don't know if you guys know this, but I have 4 children of my own. And one of the things that I used to do on a frequent basis, and now I'm going to get back into doing myself, is Reiki. You guys, I did a Reiki session on my son, and when I do Reiki sessions, you guys, I can't really control what all happens in the session, right? Because I'm also a psychic medium. I'm different things. So I just tap into their energy, and I start off, just like I do my Reiki sessions. And then different things come out of that. So one Reiki session I had with my son, I got to see into his past life. And I'm only saying past life because some of you that are watching this, you only resonate with me saying past life. And the other part of the people that are watching this are going to resonate with everything that's happened simultaneously at the exact same time. So it's not past, it's just a different timeline. Okay, so let me just say that. And one of the things I saw was, him being left alone. And so I was always wondering and curious about, why he always felt like he was alone. But I knew I grew up feeling alone too. So I was just like, okay, this is really something. So when I saw that, I had told myself I would never do a session on my kids again, because the things that I've just seen, I just cried and cried. I just could feel him feeling alone. And then it was just like a whole nother thing. And then when you're a mom too, after you feel that and after you see those visions of someone else's, timeline, their past life experience, I want to just say, to make it easier, it's hard too, because then you just want to hold them all day. You don't want them to go anywhere. You want to just give them everything that they want, stuff like that. So it's kind of hard to be able to deal with that. But I did understand where his anger was coming from and different things like that. So it was just an experience, you guys. That's just one experience that I've had with my children. But I'm telling you this because it's worth looking into. It's worth helping them to figure this out. We are their guides. They chose us and we chose them. It's up to us to help them move forward. And it's like, man, I'm just telling you guys, I have always been for the children. Always. But you know why I started moving toward the parents? It's because when I would lift the kids up, it would be the parents bringing them back down. I would give them affirmations, and then I would see how the parents respond to them. And I'm just like, well, hell, what can I do? I got to get to the parents, and I got to get to the mothers. So mothers, of course, the fathers, like my husband going to do that. But I mean, I want to speak to the fathers too. Yeah, one day I will. But right now, it's not time. Right now, it's for me to tell you, if you have children, it is time for you to wake them up. It's time for you to show them the mirror and let them know that they are more than what they see on the outside, that they have something within them that is amazing, and that's going to help heal the world. It's going to heal themselves, but because they heal themselves, it's going to transfer out of them. I wish I could find illuminate. It's going to illuminate. You guys, I had a magic school before because I was really serious about this. I wanted the kids to learn yoga. I wanted them to learn the power of crystals and using these tools to be able to help them, because, see, they're living this life almost blinded. They're just trusting you and trusting others. And not only are they doing that, But they're also in a position where the world is suppressing who they are as they continue to grow. It's suppressing and suppressing and suppressing who they really are. It is up to us to show them that. It's up to us to guide them. Now, I did not plan this message. No, I did not. I planned a different message. And what I mean by that is I was pulling cards for myself, and I just automatically just share what I receive for myself with others because I know someone's going to resonate with it. And then this time I didn't feel like sharing. I was just like, I want to keep this to myself because I was pulling the cards for, clarification and confirmation for me. And I was just like, no, there's something else. So I just sat there for a minute and I just said, what, Spirit, what's the message for collective today? And not until I sat down in this chair did I hear children. Children. Guys, it's time. Teach them Tai Chi. Teach them Reiki. Do you know that my daughter, she was first introduced to Reiki at 2 years old? It ain't no age limit for nothing. They don't need a certificate for nothing. You don't either. But some of us are so stuck in the paper. When you know who you are and you find yourself within every energy that exists, there's nothing physical that you need to have. But okay, so what? Maybe you get the physical thing. There's still nothing wrong with that. But just know who you are. Know your power and know that you go beyond that and don't let that stop you from doing what you want to do. Children, they have this innocence about them. This openness about them to view the world in a different way, they're almost like in another dimension than we are. And we're the ones sucking them into where we are, into the world more and more and more. And it's enough. It's time for us to take our children back. It's time for us to wake them up. It's time for us to let them know who they really are. And I had a conversation with my daughter about this yesterday. I said, I love who you were. She was this and she was that. I loved her. But I love who you are now. And it wasn't that she's like, what? And I just started saying, this new version of you, she's like this and she's like that. Yeah, I'm creating that reality in her mind. That no, there's no stagnant energy. You can evolve from where you are. If you're lacking confidence, you don't have to stay in that. Let me help you, baby. What can I do? Let me help you understand what my journey was with love so that you can understand the journey of love on your own, but also use my experience, my mother's experience, her mother's experience, to listen and just hear the stories of your ancestors. We are the ancestors. Hear your story. Give them your story so that they can evolve the story. It's not about, I am breaking these chains. The chains were already broke. They've been broken. Well, what are you going to do now that the chains are broken?